Hi there. Today we're embarking on a captivating journey as we step back in time to explore the legendary movie All in the Family. I'm sure many of you hold fond memories of this classic show. All in the Family is a timeless gem that has left an indelible mark on television history. Join us as we relive the magic, revisiting the movies with the entire cast, then and now. We'll uncover the original identities and ages of the talented actors from the show and witness how they've transformed in the year 2023. So, without further ado, let's dive into the world of All in the Family together. Number 1. Carroll O'Connor as Archie Bunker. Archie, oh Archie, the quintessential relic in a world of constant change. He's as obstinate as a donkey and as fiery as a hot chili pepper. When Meathead enters his life, it's akin to a tornado tearing through a trailer park. Archie and Meathead, a clash of generations that'll leave your head spinning. They're like oil and vinegar, in perpetual conflict, concocting a recipe for comedy gold. However, much credit for Archie's development goes to O'Connor himself, who urged creator Norman Lear not to let Archie remain unaffected by the numerous arguments with Meathead or exchanges with Lionel Jefferson. Carroll advocated for Archie to evolve along with the audience in a realistic manner. He was concerned that many people weren't grasping the subtleties of Archie's progression, considering his personal views on political and social issues were actually very liberal, in stark contrast to Archie's conservative stance. Carroll O'Connor's apprenticeship as an actor was long. He spent many years as a substitute school teacher living with his wife in Coldwater Flats, awaiting the big break. It wasn't until his 30s that he secured steady, albeit supporting, roles as an actor. However, at the age of 46, Carroll O'Connor stepped into the iconic role of Archie Bunker, the lovably prejudiced character who, over time, learned to embrace diversity to some extent in the groundbreaking CBS series, All in the Family. When the series debuted in January 1971, audiences were initially perplexed. A sitcom revolving around the lives of a conservative loading dock foreman, his dingbat wife, daughter, and liberal son-in-law. While the premise might have seemed conventional, the content was anything but. Archie Bunker's bigoted perspectives faced challenges from his daughter, son-in-law, and often his compassionate wife. Although it took some time for audiences and the nation to digest sitcom storylines addressing topics like rape, affirmative action, gender debates, and integration, they quickly developed a fondness for O'Connor. All in the Family not only claimed the top spot on CBS, but also became the nation's favorite show for 5 seasons. Carroll O'Connor's outstanding portrayal earned him 4 Emmy Awards, ultimately granting him de facto creative control over the series. Archie Bunker played by Carroll O'Connor when he was 47 years old. Sadly, O'Connor died at the age of 76 on June 21, 2001, in Culver City, California, from a heart attack brought on by complications from diabetes number 2. Jean Stapleton as Edith Bunker. Edith is a people pleaser, a natural at drawing friends in with her warmth and charm. She can turn a conversation with a wall into a delightful exchange. Fearlessly challenging Archie's outdated views, she wraps it all in a big, unconditional bear hug of love. Edith surprises everyone by forming an unexpected bond with a transgender woman, making Archie, in his discomfort, reassess his perspectives. The gentle nudger, Edith, becomes the catalyst for guiding Archie toward a more open heart. Having caterwauled her way into American Living's rooms with her weekly rendition of Those Were the Days and her TV chair winding up residing in the Smithsonian, along with her bigoted TV husbands, Jean Stapleton, defied all Hollywood convention and played no small part in changing America's very culture with her integral role on the groundbreaking Norman Lear sitcom, All in the Family. A character actress throughout her life, Stapleton portrayed Edith with a perfect blend of comedy and empathy, serving as an unexpected symbol of common decency during turbulent times. Her role in the women's rights movement was almost ironic, given Edith's portrayal as a light in the face of linear thinking. Beyond the show, Stapleton extended her social-minded legacy, dedicating 20 years to portraying social activist and diplomat Eleanor Roosevelt on stage and screen. Despite not feeding the typical leading lady mold, Stapleton's impact was undeniable. She earned 3 Emmy Awards during her All in the Family tenure, endearing Edith to American households and leaving an enduring mark as a symbol of simple decency amidst challenges and ignorant bluster. Edith Bunker, played by Jean Stapleton, when she was 48 years old. Sadly, Stapleton died at her apartment in Manhattan on May 31, 2013, at age 90. Number 3. Rob Reiner as Michael Meathead Stivic. His name was Michael Stivic, but in Archie's eyes, Meathead was a more fitting moniker, implying a lack of intelligence. The nickname originated from Norman Lear's father, who used it during arguments. Despite their differences, Meathead displayed a touch of pretentiousness and chauvinism, serving as a foil to Archie's character on the other side of the coin. As Archie Bunker's son-in-law, Meathead finds himself amid a comedic clash of epic proportions. He was a kind-hearted hippie entangled in frequent disputes with Archie, spanning topics from politics to public displays of affection at the kitchen table. His progressive ideals shake up Archie's world, creating a humorous dynamic where they clash like peanut butter and pickles. Yet it's all in good fun. Having grown up the son of famed comedian Carl Reiner, actor and director, Rob Reiner emerged from his father's considerable shadow to become one of Hollywood's more successful directors, while prior to that, cementing his place in television history with his portrayal of Michael Meathead Stivic on the sitcom classic All in the Family. Transitioning to feature directing, Reiner made a notable debut with This Is Spinal Tap, a mockumentary about a fictional British heavy metal band that achieved cult status. Over the next 8 years, he embarked on an exceptional directorial journey, delivering hits like Stand By Me, The Princess Bride, and When Harry Met Sally, 1989. The latter, in particular, became a pinnacle for romantic comedies, setting a standard that many subsequent films struggled to match. Despite a brief directing slump with North, 1994, Reiner regained his stride with The American President, 1995, a successful blend of romantic comedy and political drama. This film reaffirmed Reiner's standing as one of Hollywood's most commercially successful directors. In June 2021, Rob Reiner revealed that he was actively involved in developing a TV project aiming for 10 to 13 episodes. The project is set to explore the complex relationship between Vladimir Putin and Donald Trump. Reiner mentioned that the narrative would delve into the leaders' childhoods, tracing their lives until the point where their paths intersect. Michael Meathead Stivic played by Rob Reiner when she was 24 years old, and now he is 76 years old. Number 4. Sally S. Struthers as Gloria Bunker Stivic. Gloria, the bold and fearless feminist dynamo, has arrived to stir things up. Armed with her sharp tongue and rapid wit, she engages in a verbal showdown with her own father, a battle of words unlike any other. Their exchanges resemble clashes between heavyweight champions, but Gloria consistently lands the decisive blow. In the arena of equality, she stands as a champion for the feminists of the 70s, carving a path for women's rights. A true Wonder Woman of her era, Gloria fights for justice, empowerment, and shattering the glass ceiling. Blessed with an appealing vulnerability, Sally Struthers impressed in a 5 Easy Pieces cameo, but achieved stardom as Gloria Stivic, the daughter of Archie and Edith Bunker and wife of Mike Stivic, Rob Reiner, on the groundbreaking All in the Family. For her appealing performance, she won 2 Emmys, and after leaving the series in 1978, eventually earned her own spin-off, Gloria. She lensed a juicy supporting role in The Getaway, but found more success in made-for-TV films and using her distinctively girlish pipes for voiceover work, including as the Flintstones' daughter on The Pebbles and Bam Bam Show, Baloo's boss Becky on Tailspin, and Dino daughter Charlene Sinclair on the live-action puppet Serious Dinosaurs. Although her professional success was eventually overshadowed by easy, sometimes cruel punchlines, Sally Struthers built an impressively lengthy career and took a highly visible role in raising enormous amounts of money for impoverished children. Gloria Bunker Stivic, played by Sally S. Struthers, when she was 24 years old, and now he is 75 years old. Number 5, Mike Evans as Lionel Jefferson. Armed with a quick wit and a compassionate heart, Lionel is here to defy stereotypes, shatter barriers, and inject laughter directly into your living room. As the Bunker family's humorous neighbor, Lionel skillfully navigates Archie's outrageous comments with finesse. He transforms awkward moments into comedic brilliance, ensuring you'll be in stitches on the floor with laughter. With Lionel in the mix, dull moments are simply non-existent. Mike Evans was a successful Hollywood actor, known for bringing laughter to audiences. His acting career took off with comedies like Now You See Him, Now You Don't in 1972 alongside Kurt Russell. During this period, he also had roles in TV movies such as The Gunfighters and shows like The Practice. Evans made contributions to various television specials, including The Richard Pryor Special and The Richard Pryor Special in 1981. Additionally, he lent his voice to Black Beauty. Evans was last credited in the comedy High School with Adrian Brody and featured in the TV movie Judicial Consent. Lionel Jefferson played by Mike Evans when she was 22 years old. Sadly, 4 years after his wife's death, Evans died of throat cancer at his mother's home in 29 Palms, California, at the age of 57. Number 6. Isabelle Sanford as Mrs. Jefferson. Mrs. Jefferson, whose first name is Louise, is an African-American woman with a keen intellect and a calm demeanor. She often acts as a voice of reason, engaging in thought-provoking conversations with other characters, particularly Archie Bunker, to challenge his biased views and foster dialogue. She navigates the complexities of interracial relationships with grace, serving as an example of strength and perseverance. Universally adored for her portrayal of Louise "Wheezy" Jefferson on the sitcoms All in the Family and The Jeffersons in 1975, Isabelle Sanford was born in Harlem, New York City in 1917. From a young age, Sanford pursued acting with dedication, performing with various theater groups and even showcasing her talents in a stand-up comedy act at the Apollo Theater's Amateur Night. Her Broadway debut in The Almond Corner in 1965 marked the beginning of her illustrious career. Sanford then transitioned to film, landing her first role as Tilly in Guess Who's Coming to Dinner. Her breakthrough came when a TV producer noticed her performance, leading to the iconic role of Louise Jefferson. Sanford's portrayal of Louise became a defining moment in her career, gracing both All in the Family and its successful spin-off The Jeffersons. Beyond television, she showcased her talents in films like the comedy Love at First Bite and the thriller South Beach. Mrs. Jefferson played by Isabelle Sanford when she was 54 years old. Sadly, she was hospitalized at Cedars-Sinai Medical Center on July 4, 2004, where she died 5 days later at the age of 86. Number 7. Alan Melvin as Barney Hefner. Barney is that awesome uncle who adds joy to family get-togethers. He's the buddy you can rely on for fun and a compassionate spirit. When Barney's around, boredom is out of the question. He's a pro at making jokes and having witty banter with Archie and the crew. Whenever his friends need support, Barney is there with open arms and a sympathetic ear. He's the go-to for a comforting presence during challenging moments. It's hard to find a more widespread presence on television than the late Alan Melvin. He not only consistently secured small but crucial roles in sitcoms from the 1950s to the 1980s, but also became a sought-after voiceover artist, lending his voice to numerous cartoon characters, including Magilla Gorilla. Melvin, a New York City native and Columbia graduate, served in the United States Navy and gained recognition while appearing in Stalag 17 on Broadway, which led to his role as Corporal Steve Henshaw on The Phil Silvers Show. In the 1960s, Melvin juggled recurring roles on shows like The Dick Van Dyke Show and Gomer Pyle, USMC, with voicing characters such as Magilla Gorilla, H.R. Pufnstuf, and Drooper from the Banana Splits Adventure Hour, among others. Despite his consistent television work, Melvin's only film appearance in his over 5-decade career was a minor role as a desk sergeant in the 1968 Doris Day family comedy With Six You Get Egg Roll. His most memorable roles include Sam Franklin, the butcher beau of housekeeper Alice Nelson on The Brady Bunch, and Archie Bunker's best friend, Barney Hefner. This role in All in the Family extended to the 1979 spin-off, Archie Bunker's Place. And after the series ended in 1983, Alan Melvin focused solely on cartoon voiceover work. Barney Hefner played by Alan Melvin when he was 48 years old. Sadly, Alan Melvin died of cancer on January 17, 2008, aged 84, and was buried at Westwood Memorial Cemetery, Los Angeles. Number 8. Jason Wingreen as Harry Snowden. With his gentle manner and skill in diffusing tension, Harry emerges as the ultimate peacemaker. He's akin to a soothing breeze on a stormy day, consistently working to foster harmony among the characters. In moments of heightened emotions, he becomes the composed mediator capable of transforming conflicts into constructive conversations. However, despite his unassuming demeanor, Harry possesses a voice and the wisdom to wield it effectively. Starting his television career with a regular role as Police Captain Dorset in the second season of the 1959-1963 crime drama The Untouchables, Wingreen gradually expanded his involvement in 20th century law and crime shows. His portfolio included notable series such as Mannix, Ironside, Burke's Law, The Fugitive, and The Rockford Files. Wingreen left his mark in the sitcom realm as the bartender Harry Snowden on the groundbreaking series All in the Family and its spin-off, Archie Bunker's Place. Besides his television success, Wingreen showcased his versatility by appearing in the revered 1959-1964 anthology series The Twilight Zone and its often compared contemporary The Outer Limits. Jason Wingreen concluded his acting career with retirement in 1994. Harry Snowden played by Jason Wingreen when he was 56 years old. Sadly, Harry Snowden died at the age of 95 at his home in Los Angeles, California on December 25, 2015. Number 9. Danielle Brisebois as Stephanie Mills. Ever experienced the pure joy of discovering that last slice of pizza tucked away in the box? That's pretty much the thrill Stephanie gets when she champions her beliefs, fighting for women's rights, racial equality, and social change. Imagine her as a superhero, equipped not with a cape but armed with intelligence, eloquence, and an unwavering commitment to shaping a fair and square world. Think of her as a verbal ninja, skillfully dismantling biased arguments with quick, logical strikes. Brisebois began her acting career in television with a role in All in the Family. Her performance in Archie Bunker's Place earned her a Golden Globe Award nomination in 1981. She continued her work in film during the 80s and 90s, appearing in various productions, including the documentary L'Emotion Dissonance, 1984, the action film Big Bad Mama 2, alongside Angie Dickinson, and the action movie Kill Crazy with David Heavener. In addition to her acting career, Brisebois made a mark in the music industry. Her music was featured in films such as the sports drama Ice Princess with Joan Cusack, the romantic comedy Undiscovered starring Pell James, and The Ugly Truth. Her musical contributions extended to Easy A, featuring Emma Stone. Brisebois' music was last recognized with a nomination for a Music, Original Song, Academy Award for Begin Again in 2014. Stephanie Mills by Danielle Brisebois when she was 9 years old and now she is 53 years old. Number 10. Betty Garrett as Irene Lorenzo. You've heard the saying, it takes a village, and Irene plays a vital role as the adhesive binding the neighborhood together. She's the welcoming ambassador of the community, effortlessly establishing connections with everyone she encounters. Whether through a friendly smile or an authentic conversation, Irene has a knack for making you feel like a cherished member of the family. Betty Garrett found her breakthrough in film with On the Town, where she starred alongside Frank Sinatra. While celebrated for her performances in Broadway musical comedies like Call Me Mister, Garrett gained broader recognition from a younger audience as the compassionate landlady on the sitcom Laverne and Shirley. Following her Broadway success, she secured a contract with MGM, sharing the screen with notable figures such as Mickey Rooney and Gene Kelly. Unfortunately, during the 1950s, the Red Scare and Hollywood blacklisting significantly disrupted the careers of Garrett and her husband Larry Parks. After years in relative obscurity, Garrett made a comeback with a recurring role as Irene Lorenzo on All in the Family, followed by a 6-year tenure on Laverne and Shirley. Irene Lorenzo played by Betty Garrett when she was 54 years old. Sadly, Garrett died of an aortic aneurysm in Los Angeles on February 12, 2011, at the age of 91. We reflect on the incredible journey of All in the Family cast from 1971 to 1979, witnessing their growth and transformations. It's evident that the bond forged during those years has left an enduring legacy. From thrilling highway pursuits to heartwarming moments, these actors brought the California Highway Patrol to life. Their stories continue to resonate with fans around the world. As we explore their then and now, we celebrate the enduring impact of All in the Family. Thank you for joining us on this nostalgic trip down the California highways with the remarkable All in the Family cast of yesteryear.